Wrath Dusk going into game 1, as you know, you tend to do on Pokemon Stadium 2 with the classic patented Pokemon music. I lie to you, it's a Pokemon Stadium 3, I like to call it. These two actually played last week with Dusk doing a little bit better than expected. He's able to get these early leads really well, but when it comes, because especially since, you know, Sonic is not, Wrath's playstyle of whiff punishing is not the greatest versus Game & Watch just because of how specific you have to be in order to whiff punish Game & Watch. You have to be on the dot. I would love another commentator. Let me see if Dusk is around. I am being joined by the one, the only Dusk with a background in.
All right, so Wrath and Dusk.
Yeah, these two actually fought last week and sort of followed my theory. Wrath's playstyle is very patient, right? You like watching your opponent being right there and whiff punishing. And I don't know if you've noticed this about Game & Watch. He does not have a lot of whiff to punish.
No, he doesn't have a lot of, you know, ability or breath to punish, also due to his weight class as well, but...
And that... Sorry.
I was going to say, the way Wrath plays, he's so conservative, even in his decision-making. There's very little risk, but a decent reward for every decision he's making.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, Wrath sort of patented that low-risk, low-reward playstyle over and over again until you win the war of attrition. And right now versus Dusk, he is sort of dominating. Like I said, this matchup happened last week, and Wrath struggled at first until he realized, I know how to scuffle you. I know exactly what I want to do in this face-to-face interaction with you, and I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, and I think one thing that we can see right now is that Wrath is just controlling all space except the dead center of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And now, very good recovery by Dusk, but Dusk, I think, if there's a way he can intercept Wrath above those plats, that might be able to help him close out a stock in this situation.
Or even like mix up your recoveries here, mix up your neutral game, because right now Wrath is all over you. Just straight up, it's this is a pretty dominant one so far.
Yeah,
and even then, like that run off the platform, he's so desperately trying to get back to center stage. Wrath is on that.
Yeah, I think Wrath knows that's where he wants to be the entire time. He knows that that center stage is what Dusk has anchored as his win condition. So when we're looking at a player like Wrath, someone who experienced at playing top caliber players such as T from Frostbite in the past, Tweak, numerous people, Wrath, he's fine committing to a game plan and just waiting.
Oh, yeah. And not to say that Dusk is like, you know, a low-level player by any means. He's a really, really good player.
Absolutely.
But Wrath, when he starts knowing what option you want to pick, it's a rough one. It's demoralizing because you can't even get in.
Yeah,
right?
And if you look at the way Wrath is positioning himself right now, it's to control Dusk's movement.
Oh, yeah.
And control how he's going to defend Wrath's incoming movement. So Wrath is almost playing as if he's 3 levels of Yomi deeper than Dusk at any given moment.
Right. And like even right there, Dusk is in shield and Wrath's like, if I do this to your shield right now, you're not gonna up me. You don't have time to. In fact, you're one of the few characters in the game where if I tap your shield, you can't up me. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's truly amazing how Wrath is able to pilot this to success. I mean, now Dusk is kind of chipping away at the deficit right now. I don't think that it's impossible to come back and take the first stock, but I was about to say any air and aerial, especially that back air, closes out the stock for Wrath.
Yeah, and I was saying that Game & Watch does not have that much end lag that you can, punish with, but right then and there, Wrath has been punishing it. Dusk has been doing these options like forwarder, like landing backer that are punishable on whiff.
And now you see Dusk going high to try and deter Dusk from trying to maybe spring right over the top, maybe a place where Wrath can't reach. He's saying, look, there's a wall essentially that you are not allowed to contest. And
yeah, and I mean there, Dusk run the rock paper scissors. Wrath wasn't expecting the dash attack, and missing the tech on the edge guard was.
Yeah, no person has perfect gameplay. Wrath obviously can miss these types of edge guards, but what I do like that Dusk is doing is, I don't think Dusk is committing to anything too aggressive. They're choosing a lot of options where if it whiffs, at worst, maybe I'll take 20%.
Yeah. I'm not going to die, especially not to Sonic. And, he sort of made that adjustment since this last talk. And as I say that, he definitely went onto Wrath's shield. Wrath not committing to a spin dash or anything at that point, just sort of standing there and gets the shield up smash on Dusk.
Yeah, I was about to say, even if there's that threat of I'm not going to die, we've always talked about, especially with newer players or people who are looking to improve, you have to mix up your options, and Wrath epitomizing that with the up smash out of shield.
And Dusk's aggression there, realizing when Wrath is in that scuffle situation, you want to take advantage. How often in this game are you going to be that close to Wrath and he is not going to have the advantage, right?
Oh, there's slim to none.
And he got 40% off of it. He got a down smash off of it. He was doing his best to just extend it as much as he can, and that's what I love to see. It's right there it happened too. He was right in Wrath's face, and Wrath couldn't do that much about it.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm noticing, Card, is that when you look at how Dusk has adapted his game plan, it's a lot of chip and poke, chip and poke, chip and poke, and now he'll eventually rack up damage to where something like down tilt will take out Sonic. But again, you're playing against a clock, which is Wrath.
Right.
Wrath more than happy to grind down the time. And
dead even game right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see how now this has reverted to almost a stage control battle, and then just push someone off, lock them down, control movement. And this is just textbook. If anyone needs to learn how to learn game state and control your opponent and control their options, watch Wrath's VODs.
Watch Wrath's VODs. Like, when you watch these situations where Wrath is standing at the, basically, that part of the stage where you're kind of near the platform center stage.
Right.
And he immediately gets one of Dusk's options. Dusk is not just doing those options, and Wrath is not just reading them.
Yeah.
There's a whole game, there's whole sets where Wrath has been conditioning Dusk, forcing him to do an option even though he's just standing there doing nothing.
Yeah, and
Wrath is just standing there doing nothing. Dusk is forced to do an option.
And in that situation, Wrath back throw takes us at 2-0. So that moves Wrath on to the semis, where he'll be playing
the winner of Element and Jazzo, which Element is on a run today, beating 11 and Jax, recently ranked number 12 in the state, Jax.
Yeah, that's very big. And I know Element's been playing a lot of Roy today, so kind of the Georgia special,